We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block.
Man, you a cold man.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm in the middle of planning the next freak off. I ain't gonna lie, Wack. I gotta keep it a bean. Freak off's illegal now. I'm good.
Oh, he gonna get about 3 years. That's what he gonna get.
You said 3 years?
I think they're gonna give him 33 months. Because the good thing about it is it has a roof for 22, but it doesn't have a mandatory minimum. So the judge could do what he wants. If he had a mandatory minimum, the judge would be, he had to do the guidelines, right? So,
why do you think they won't give him time served? Even though, by the way, he did go to trial less than a year. So time served would be really nice.
33 months, he'd do another year and be going to the halfway house. Either way it go, Diddy be free in 2026. Worst case. Well, I think 33 months.
Well, here's the thing. So they're not arguing about sentencing today because sentencing isn't today. It's bail. Do you think they let him out on bail until sentencing?
Yeah, if they don't plan on sentencing until a couple months, they'll do that. They'll do it in hopes they'll do it all day long. But it was a gift and a curse because think about it. Diddy, his legal probably cost him about 10, 15 million, right? Think about it. He was willing to give them people $100 million to bail. I believe if Diddy would have bailed, he would have did some dumb shit and his hand off. So the curse was that he had to stay in there. The gift was he kept his $100 million and the $15 million he had to spend on his legal anyway just came out of that. He's still $85 million up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you think about how the verdict came out? The verdict basically said, all y'all chicks that claim y'all got sex trafficked, y'all were hoes. Did he pay for something? He paid for something, whatever you want to call it. But he did not do nothing that was doing something against somebody's will.
The beautiful thing Diddy did is he just became case law. So anybody in jail for this shit or goes to jail for this shit, because Diddy took it to trial, they can use his trial as case study to appeal a fight. That's the biggest thing he did.
When you first heard about this, did you think that he sex trafficked Cassie, or did you think that Cassie...
No, I know, bro. Listen, I didn't tell you, but, bro, listen. Cassie has come to our place afterwards. You get what I'm saying? I know her, I know him, I know the situation. He never sex trafficked Cassie, ever in life. That's like me sex trafficking R&B. What we do is what we do. What they did is what they did. If you get a chick, right, and a man is supposed to mold that woman as that woman is supposed to mold that man into what makes them happy. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you do know if she mad at you later that you still balling and she broke, she gonna say you groomed her, you know, right?
Yeah, but see, this just said you can't do that. See, what me up was, how are you sex trafficking and flying your woman around and Cassie lived with this man? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cassie lived with this man, so if it's like, baby, we finna go to Miami, we going to our other house. Cassie sleeps in the master bedroom.
That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? So if I'm in Paris, baby, I miss you. I'm gonna send you a flight. You get what I'm saying? So, nevertheless, listen.
They were definitely trying to criminalize flying out. I ain't even gonna lie. They were trying.
Yeah, so, which was crazy because it's really a gesture of being a man. Mm-hmm. If a man want to see a woman, you supposed to send for her. You're supposed to provide ground, provide food, room, board. You're supposed to. So, it's a good thing. He did it up under a year. He'd be all right. I think worst he's going to get is 33 months. I believe they're going to let him go. Until citizen. If I was him, I wouldn't even want to be let go. Fuck that. Let me get mine out the way.
Hey, I talked to 6ix9ine about that. He said the same thing. He said his lawyer should tell him, yo, you already in here. The hardest part is getting used to being back in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just do the months now. Just do it now.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't even let me get this shit out the way. I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you who's going to win the most out of this.
Who?
Young Miami. Bitch, stay down. You ain't heard a peep out there lately.
That's a fact. You think she gonna rejoin the crew?
Who?
Young Miami.
I don't think she never went nowhere.
So you think she gonna be Diddy again?
I don't think she never stops.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Diddy gotta get married. I think I suggested he get one girlfriend
He
and one
don't gotta
boyfriend.
get married. He don't gotta. You can't force
No, Wack. Here's the thing. He got in trouble because he was on some homoerotic shit, some bisexual shit, or he need to get a boyfriend and a girlfriend. That's
You
it.
get in trouble for being on it. That shit is socially accepted.
No, but he was hiding it. That's why he was hiding the prostitutes. He should just get a girlfriend and a boyfriend and be good.
Hey, listen. Young Miami straight. I didn't even see her pop out with another.
Get him a nice boyfriend like YK Osiris or something like that. Get him a good boyfriend.
Oh, you wild. You're
That's
wild.
loyal to him. That's gonna treat him good. That's gonna be able to give him all the semen he need to play with, and he good. He good.
You wild. Okay.
He just need a boyfriend. Who would you suggest for him to be his boyfriend? You could tell he got a type. First of all, his type with women is Asian women. What do you think his type is?
I don't think about that. I don't know what a nigga type would be.
Well,
My mind
I
don't work
get
like
that, but we got to be realistic. You realize that Diddy was doing all this to conceal this behavior because he knew that the public wouldn't accept it if he was a mogul free. We only found out about this.
Yeah, but they would have accepted. I just think he didn't want to tarnish his little gangster image.
He been around. You told me Diddy ain't had no gangster image. Diddy been around through the 90s. He had a reputation. He didn't want to come out as one of those because people were gonna call him a homo thug or whatever. Now we all know it's out in the open. He need to find himself a nice boyfriend. Maybe it's a Meek Mill lookalike. I don't care who he gets. He just gotta get a nigga that.
Man, y'all gotta cut the Meek Mill slander out.
No. I ain't say Meek Mill. I said a lookalike. Like that might be his type.
Yeah, man, listen. I don't think he got to get married and shit. I don't think he's the type of dude that needs to be married. I think he needs his space. And I think he flips out sometimes.
He got to slow down, though, because he just realized every chick except Young Miami and the Gina girl, even though she was about to flip, but she decided not to.
Right. I don't think, listen, bro, I don't think Diddy the type of dude that can be tied down like that. He needs to move around.
Yeah, but it's that caused him to be here, Wack. It's that caused him to be here. You heard what 50 Cent baby mama said. She said,
what?
If I'm doing the freak offs with you, well, why is Young Miami always posting pictures with you and on the jet and in Turks and on the yacht? It was jealousy. They were looking at it to say, I'm doing the shit, but I'm not getting the benefits. It's jealousy. These girls were jealous of another woman. They were jealous of other people's position.
He respected Young Miami in a different way.
Yeah, but they were upset about it though. They were upset about it. Daphne Joy, 50 baby mom testified to it. If you promised you gonna bring me to Turks and you went there with her.
Everybody ain't for everything. I'm gonna be real. I came front, bro. When I separated, I was going to the Diddy life as far as I'm just gonna move around how I move around with who I want to move around with.
How many freak offs did you do?
No, I didn't do none. What I'm saying is, I was never gonna settle down again because I had been in the box for 30 years. You get what I'm saying?
True.
I was living a married life as a child, 14 to 44. I wasn't like, when I was 14, I wasn't at the house, bro. I was in the streets, had my own spot, paying, I remember $9.50 for rent and for tennis courts in the condo. I was buying school clothes for my woman, and you get what I'm saying? So I went from 14 to 44, so I wasn't going to ever settle down once I broke loose, but I found a full deck of cards.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling you, we got to do what we got to do for you. That business still greenlit because I was supposed to talk to old boy this week, but I couldn't. I don't want to go in there I want to make sure. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. You disappeared.
Yeah, we gotta do the reality show. I gotta find me a nice
I need
woman.
to come see you, bro. Me and R&B gonna come see you.
I'm out here. Come on.
I'm gonna come see you. I think I gotta do the Danza show again. So what I'm gonna do is probably drop in on you and then shoot down there and do that.
Hey, let me tell you this. The only reason why I say he gotta calm down, and trust me, I'm a person, I don't know if I'll fully calm down. So when I'm saying this, I might be hypocritical with it. But what I'm saying is that when I looked at his roster and I looked at his deck of cards, there's only a few women who stayed solid with him. The rest of them folded, or the rest of them said,
they folded.
or the rest of them looked at him and said, yeah, I got love for this nigga, but he done. Let me get my money and bounce. KK stood down for him. She was not gonna take the stand. They called her his co-conspirator. We ain't seen her yet. You get me? I know he's not doing nothing sexual with his bodyguards, but his bodyguards, not one of them took the stand. They know his innermost secrets. They've seen him do everything. Not one of them took the stand. All of them fly-by-night girls that he was dealing with, fucking this here, fucking this here. He would give her a bag here, give her a bag here. When them bitches realized that he might be going down, they all filed lawsuits themselves, or they took the stand against him. They turned on him, because she told him, when I read the lawsuit by Cassie, I felt I was reading my own trauma. And Puff said, trauma?
Nah, but nah, he lying because she ain't went through what Cassie went through.
No, of course she a hoe. Of course she lying. But that's the thing. Everybody folded on him, and that's when you realize, like, Diddy was out here up $1 billion, and he was taking the chances with people who would snake him for $500,000. And that is the thing.
Yeah, you're right.
So when I say slow down, I'm like, listen, even if say he got 4 or 5 girls, just make sure it's 4 or 5 trusted girls. You can't be like, some of these people, they will snake you.
No, hey, bro, that's all day long. This is why I'm blessed, bro, because I don't even got to think about no bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's good.
Act. If you R&B tells you that nigga was cheating on me, run content on me for a month. As the dumbest donkey. When I tell you, bro, listen, I told her, when I tell you, is nothing that I desire that she ain't providing, that's just real. And they out there, bro. But you just gotta be right. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing too, though. You see, Diddy's now 55, and I also said one of the fatal mistakes he made is that he was running around here competing with his sons. Look, you gotta.
He was his son's bitches.
Yeah, you gotta read
bro,
the room.
The Harvey chick, that was his son's bitch.
Yeah.
He started.
Now he a demon.
Lloyd Harvey.
Nah, he's definitely a demon for that. But again, I think on a man level, I think we realize that. You know, I think Diddy looked at it to say, I got the bank account. Of course, I'm supposed to be 20 girls a month, you know? And then you get to realize what happens in the trail of your path is that a lot of these women get hurt. They now start moving with vitriol. They come back and they said, well, I only did A, B, and C because you promised me D, E, and F, or I needed you for my rent. I needed you for my car note. Then what they were trying to get put into law is that the law would have been, oh, because she depended on you for rent and you had a power control over her, you were sex trafficking her. But the law clearly said, no, that's not true. That's not true.
That's cap.
That's not true.
That's cap.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What up, YouTube? Clubhouse TV. Back with another one, man. Y'all heard the content, man. Wack 100. Akademiks. Breaking down the Diddy verdict, you know, giving their opinion. And I gave mine on the last video, but you already know, man. Diddy danced around the whole RICO. Not guilty on racketeering, not guilty on sex trafficking, but he caught the Mann Act charge twice. And that's transportation to engage in prostitution. And you ain't beating that part, so of course he ain't all the way clean. So he beat the biggest charges, but those guilty verdicts on transporting the women, that's definitely still fed time. And he might have dodged a 20 piece, but he's still facing 10 for each of those charges, and that's 22 total maximum. And culture ain't letting it slide either. And the jury, basically, they didn't call him a trafficker, but as you heard, the feds still got him moving the females across the state lines for the dirty games. But I'm thinking it's the dudes they had. That's where the prostitution came in at. And that's really game over in the street. So I don't think they looking at him as a predator or anything, and his legacy ain't done. So I don't think he's gonna have to register, because like they said, it wasn't no hard charge or nothing like that. So hopefully he ain't gotta register. But been telling y'all, man, that he had too many skeletons. I mean, you don't get your house raided by Homeland for no reason. And now that the feds cracked the door, more people gonna talk. Streets gonna expose him worse than any courtroom ever could. And he still got those AKs that they found in the closet with the serial numbers scratched off. So how mad are they? That mad they lost 3 out of the 5 charges? Might bring those up. I don't hear nobody talking about that. But let me know what y'all think about the content of the comments, man. Regarding Wack 100, Akademiks, giving a breakdown, an opinion on the Diddy verdict, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. Any questions, suggestions, need me to advertise for you on my channel with over 43,000 subscribers, just get at me on IG and I'll get right back to you. Of course, I appreciate y'all for checking out Clubhouse TV. I'm off to the next one. Peace.